Welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we are completing the install of the nose. As you can see, there are some areas that have not been welded yet, and this is a part 2, so make sure you check out part 1 before watching this video. Now, if you're interested in this kind of restoration content, make sure to subscribe to this channel as we release new videos every Sunday and Wednesday, where I show you what it's like to restore one of these VWs. Before I got to welding on the A-pillar, I wanted to remove the door, so I made a quick few marks where I wanted to push out the skin so that I could get things to line up perfectly, and I got it removed. Then it was on to welding this A-pillar. If you've been watching this channel for a long time, you know where I've come from. You know what my work used to look like. And I know, it doesn't look too much better now, but I'm getting somewhere. And I just want, if you just found this channel, just know that you can learn how to do this. It's not super hard. I was not trained in welding. I was not trained in sanding. I wasn't trained in any of this. I've just learned along the way. Those of you, my viewers that have been watching for a long time, you know what it's been like. And I just want to show you guys the process. I want to show you guys what it's like to learn and get better. And I know that there's still so much for me to learn, and that just makes it more exciting. Because to me, one of the most fun parts about this restoration is not only getting to restore the bus, but learning so many more life skills that will be able to help me in all kinds of things that I do, especially patience and editing these videos. A lot of patience. And well, hope you guys are learning and having fun. If you aren't having fun, if you're restoring your vehicle and you aren't having fun, just take a step back and breathe. And ask yourself, why am I doing this? And if it's not to have fun, then change your mind, because it's all about having fun. As for the majority of this surface rust that isn't completely pitted through, what I'm going to do is use some navel jelly and let it soak. And navel jelly will do a good job at just breaking down that rust, and then I'll wire wheel it again and see what I'm left with. The driver's side A-pillar was a little bit of a different story, as the gap was a bit too big. Thankfully, I've learned a thing or two about making tiny patches, so I got to bending a piece of metal and making it work. It's not as difficult as you might think. In reality, it's just about having fun, bending metal. Everybody loves bending stuff, so learn how to bend metal. It's fun. And learn how to hit the like button on this video. It's also fun. At least that's what I've been told. I've been told it's really fun to also leave a comment. Totally leave a comment about how fun it is to bend metal. And look at that, against all odds, we got it to work, and look quite nice. Before committing to welding the fresh air vent shut, I want to see how everything lined up, and I relatively installed the driver's side door. Thank you, Mallory, for helping me out with that. The lines looked pretty good, so it was time to move on to freshening that fresh air vent. Well, we are freshening it up by welding in some fresh metal. Now, I know that from factory, it's actually spot welded down, but I had to cut all that off because it was all rusted, and, well, I'm just like seam welding it now. And I think it's gonna work just fine. And maybe these welds will help me in a car accident, because, you know, I do read the comments, and I read the one about using panel bond on the nose is making this bus less safe because in a car accident or something like that. Not trying to offend you, but how is this nose supposed to help anyone in a car accident? Remember those rust spits from before? From like 2 seconds ago? Well, it's time to deal with them. I'm using my favorite technique of just welding in a tiny piece of metal, and typically works out pretty good. As long as you cut out the pitted rust and put some fresh metal there, it should last you for at least a few more years until it inevitably rusts again. And now that the rust is taken care of, it is time to prepare things for being painted. Now, we are running out of time in this episode, so it is not going to get painted in this episode, I know. I apologize, but we are getting to at least sanding everything so it can be epoxy primed. Now, we will be using some POR 15 on the areas that are, extra pitted, not holes, but pitted, and that is in order to just completely seal up that rust. I know epoxy primer does essentially the same thing, but I'm going to show you how you tie coat POR 15 with epoxy primer. That'll be in the next episode though, because I release episodes 2 times a week. It takes a lot of time out of my day. I do have a full-time job that I do besides this. So if you enjoy these videos, just leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe. It really does help out. I enjoy doing this. It is so much fun. Keeps me motivated to work on the bus, and well, I hope you guys are learning from learning what not to do by watching this channel. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Sunday.